everybody, Prow here. Today we're going to make not a cactus farm, although I am tearing this thing down right now. We're going to make a super duper ultra fast bamboo farm. I have spent some time redesigning bamboo farms of Prow's past, and I got a design that is absolutely amazing. But first, I got to keep doing this, and while I do, I wanted to give a huge thank you to the community. We have finished our subathon and it was amazing. So thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it.
Wow, guys. 28 days. I guess I kind of... Why did you do another? Why? It got in my mouth.
One more note that I want to give is we're going to try something a little new in today's episode. I'm going to use replay mod. Kind of. There is a replay like add-on for Bedrock Edition that is still very experimental and very new, and I'm going to use it out today and capturing some of the footage. So let me know how you guys like it. Now we're going to get started on talking about the farm. In my area down here where our bamboo farm is going to go, I think I have most everything that I need to make the farm. We're going to have one layer of bamboo farm down here, another layer up there, and then it does matter where you put this in terms of chunk borders. We do need to make sure that we have our flying machines fully inside of a chunk. So I have roughly centered this room to a chunk border. You see it showing up on the screen. Top right corner says chunk edge. Anyways, this is where our storage is going to be. This is where our collection is going to be. And this is the exact center of our farm. And this is actually important. We need to know where the center is. So I'm going to carve out a 5x5 area here for all of our drops to go into. And this is where our storage is going to go. I'm going to worry about that part a little bit later. I'm just going to put 3 hoppers facing this way to mark where my storage is going to eventually be. And then I'm just going to fill in the rest of this. And then we just need to grab some water and put it in those 2 corners here and one right here. Now, I do want to know where the center of this is, so I'm going to mark that because this is the radius or range in which your allay can actually detect this guy, the note block. And I need dirt to go everywhere through here, except I'm not going to have any flying machines that do anything in the middle here. So I need dirt / grass to be on this side, on that side, and then we can put another decorative block here later on. So I'm going to dig that out really quick and put down all my dirt. When finished, you should end up with an area that is 33 by 33 wide with a note block in the center and 2 areas of dirt or grass that are 13 blocks wide that our flying machines will eventually fly over top of. And be sure to only use solid blocks so the allay do not get stuck. Next thing we need is a place for our flying machines to dock into because they're not going to stay out here while the bamboo's growing. So we're going to go and carve a hole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks tall and then 5 blocks deep. And we're going to carve out this entire area for our flying machine to sit into on both sides. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to build the flying machines. And you may remember earlier, I do believe I talked about we do not want our flying machine to go across chunk borders. And that specifically has to do with it going long ways like this. It's going to cross chunk borders as it flies across, but we do not want different parts of it in different chunk borders down here. So there is a chunk border, a chunk edge right here. I'm using a pack that is available to download on my Discord. It says chunk edge right here. You need to find the edge of your chunks. Hopefully you've already found that. You've laid everything out. You know where that is because you want to make sure that your flying machine does not go out that way. We know that we're good. Now I'm going to take a block of obsidian, 1 block high here. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks over. And I'm going to place an obsidian block right here. Now I'm going to put a solid block here. And then it could be any solid block. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to put honey blocks here going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to come up one like this. And then I am going to go catty corner right here. So this block right here. I'm going to come out 1, and I'm going to counting that one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And put a solid block here. And that should bring me right to my edge, which it does. Now, I want to make sure this thing does not fly away from me when I do stuff. So I'm going to take another piece of obsidian. I'm just going to put it right here. This will make sure this thing cannot fly away. It won't go anywhere other than where I want it. I'm going to put a sticky piston right here facing this way. So it's pushing into that. I'm going to place a regular piston right here, an observer looking at that regular piston. So we have piston, observer looking at that piston, and then the signal is going this way into the sticky piston. I'm going to do that same thing on this other side. So we can do sticky piston, we can do regular piston, and we can do observer. Now I'm just going to get myself up here really quick. Now I'm going to need an observer right here looking upward. So I'm going to place a temporary block there. Also by this piston, temporary block there. Knock that out, knock that out. I'm going to face my observer upwards, so it's looking up. Same thing here. Face my observer upwards, so it's looking up. And then this is going to trigger the flying machine. So this is why you need the obsidian. I'm going to take this out here, take this out here. And on this guy right here, I want to go ahead and put a copper bulb. I can get rid of this piece of obsidian here now. And I want to go out from any one of these honey blocks here. We'll pick this guy right here, go in a straight line and put a piece of obsidian over here. Now, this is what your flying machine will look like, and a couple of important notes to know here. The reason that that obsidian block is there in the back is because the honey, or if you use slime blocks, they will not stick to it and pistons cannot push it. So it gets ignored by everything. That's really important. If our slime blocks or our honey blocks were to push into the wall where that obsidian is blocking it from getting to, then the machine would be broken because all of the honey blocks will stick to those stone blocks there that are part of that wall. A piston has a push limit of 12 blocks. Each one of our pistons is pushing 12 blocks. So if it touches one additional block anywhere, any of the honey does, the whole thing breaks. And now I do want to manually trigger this just to see it fly across, make sure everything's working good. So I will put down a temporary block right here. I'm going to break this and hop up, and you will see that our flying machine is taking off. And you'll see here what it's doing is those pistons are pushing, and each section is pushing the next section over. That's why I told you that each section, the piston is pushing 12 blocks. You'll see here that if you count, there are 12 blocks that are part of each half. There's a total 24 blocks that make up this entire thing. That's why we cannot let any other blocks be part of this little chain that we have going. Otherwise, the whole system will break. And last but not least, we do need a copper bulb up here on this side as well. So I will place one right there. This guy is going to fly back over, and we now have one side of the flying machine complete. We're going to put another one right here, and later on I'm going to put two more up top as well, which is going to be really cool, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that a little bit later. All right, I've done some more work here. We got flying machines up top, we got flying machines down bottom, and we have a little area underneath that is going to be my storage and just a little way for me to run some redstone and do some stuff that we're going to do here in a little bit. Now, here's our 3 hoppers that are coming out of the system up there where it's going to collect all of our bamboo. I do want to make sure that all of these hoppers feed into a crafter. I think I'm going to set it up right here like this. And then I'm going to knock this guy out, and then we're just going to run the hopper straight down into there. And in these 2 hoppers, we're going to run it to the side like this and like this. So now we have 3 hoppers going to it. You do need more than 1 hopper going to the crafter here. If you do not put more than 1 hopper into the crafter, the hoppers are going to back up. It's not fast enough. So we can run 3 hoppers into the crafter, and we do not need any special redstone for the crafter at all. We only need a clock hooked up to it. So I could just face one right here, and it's just going to constantly tick this crafter, making it work 100% of the time, because the only recipe that bamboo can make is bamboo logs. That's it. So that's all we need. And now this will just run into a simple storage system that I can throw in here really quick. All right, we got the storage system in, and let me just say, this is actually temporary. Eventually, I'm going to make a storage area here for all the different farms that are going to go here, and they'll all get sorted, and things will happen with them over there. But we're not at that point yet, so for now, we just have a temporary storage. I did make it slightly fancy. I can't help myself. I didn't show this part on camera, but basically what I did was when these bamboo logs come down, before they are allowed to go into this chest right here, they're actually going to drop down into this hopper and go over to this crafter. This crafter right here has the same like two observers looking at each other to constantly ticket as this one up here does, because we're just going to take one bamboo log and we're going to craft it into 2 bamboo planks. Then this crafter is facing up and it's facing up into this crafter right here. Now this crafter right here, we want to fill with bamboo planks around. And then once it fills with bamboo planks, we want it to craft a chest. To do that, we do need this one to have extra redstone to it, like I've used in previous episodes. I'm not going to sit here and explain it, but this is the redstone that we did. Basically, it makes a clock. We have this comparator here to compare signals and tell it that when this thing is full right here, that it will then craft the chest. So the way that the flow will work is the first thing that'll happen when this farm starts working is it's going to fill this double chest full of chests. I know that sounds crazy, but I hate getting wood to craft chests. So if I could just have it all like come into here, then that would be really good. I may even change my mind and make it a single chest. We'll see how fast it goes first, because a double chest full of chests is quite a lot. But anyways, we'll have that. And then once that's done, and then once this hopper right here has a chest stuck in it because no more can fit in here, then this comparator will see that. It'll power this block and it will keep this crafter from being able to craft anymore. So then that crafter shuts off. All of this will start to back up, and then we'll start to get planks into here like we want to. So I think it'll take a while for all that to happen, but pretty cool little setup there. It's going to get me chests and then logs, bamboo logs, bamboo wood, whatever they call it, automatically. So next thing we need to do now that that is done is I think we're going to make the timing system for our flying machines, and we are going to use a timer. In the past for these, I've always had it trigger off of a piece of bamboo growing, but I've noticed a flaw with that, which is a watched bamboo never grows. At least one that's watched by an observer, for some reason, takes longer to grow than other bamboo. I don't know if it's a thing with the game or if it was just my observation or what. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to run all of these machines here and all the machines up there on a timer. This will get us a consistent flow of bamboo, and it will actually allow our allays to keep up more easily because they're going to be working more frequently at less amounts, and we won't have bamboo despawn. So this actually makes this farm more efficient. It keeps it from potentially breaking for other reasons. And yeah, I have myself an etho hopper clock here. If you don't know how to make one, you can see it right here. That's all there is to it. These are both regular pistons. We want this timer to be a max timer. Like, we want it to run as long as we possibly can, so it takes longer for or gives longer for our bamboo to grow before the flying machines go across. So I'm going to lock this one real quick. And I'm going to throw in all of my cobblestone here. I got 5 stacks of cobblestone. That is going to have to drain from one side to the other before this signal right here changes. Basically what you'll see here, I'm going to get rid of this guy, is this torch is going to be off anytime there is a single block inside of this hopper, but eventually all of the items will drain over from this hopper to this one. That redstone block will move over, and then everything will drain over from this hopper to this one. That will give a brief moment where this torch turns on and sends a power signal out, and that power will go through this very small pulse extender. Basically, it'll take this little blink of a pulse that happens from this and make it last longer. We need that to properly trigger our flying machines. Otherwise, we will double trigger them and they will mess up. So this little pulse extender is needed. I have a repeater coming out here, repeater coming out here. This makes the pulse last longer. And then we are coming over here to go to an eventual torch tower. Now, the torch tower just needs to simply be every other block. And it will need to come up here and over here. So let me actually go through and connect these guys with my wool. So now that's going to come over here. Let's put the torches in. I think I want the default position to be off, so that is perfect. And then we will have redstone dust run all the way across here and then stop right here. And then same thing all the way across here. And remember, our redstone dust can only go 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're good. That is absolutely perfect. And then we want this torch tower to continue up to the next level. And I'm just going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, I have our flying machines all set up and I have all the redstone running to them. So let's do a little test here. Should work right. I reduced this down to a half stack just to show you guys what's going on. And I should be able to flick this lever off right here and that activate the flying machines. So let's try that real quick. Okay, we did activate the pulse extender, extended the pulse. It sounds like the flying machines have properly taken off. Those guys down there did. And these ones up here did. That is perfect. And what we should see happen is the next time this empties, which is right now, that turns on. Yep. And you heard the flying machines go off. That is absolutely perfect. That is what we wanted. Okay. Let me go ahead and just get all of our stacks back in here. Remember, we want 5 full stacks in there. I don't know exactly how many minutes this is. Maybe every like 5 to 7 minutes or so. Those flying machines will go off all on their own. Now, we have 3 things left to do. We need to set up our note block signal thing here to go off and make the allay stay in the area. We also have to move it up a bit because we want the allays to kind of hang out in the middle there. We need to completely lock in the area. We need to decorate this area and we need to get all of the bamboo in so this thing is actually finally working. Also, I don't think I want this thing going off while I'm doing stuff. It might be a little annoying. So I'm just going to lock this. So now it will not go off anymore. And while I get my stuff for the next portion here, you can see I'm already starting to lay out some structure here of like what I might want this area to look like. It's going to take a little while to figure out exactly how I want things to look, but it's going to look absolutely amazing. I can't wait for this to be done. All right. And we now have the note block in. This is the only really ugly part about this, and it's slightly annoying too. And since I want the note block up here, and I don't want the allay to have anything like throw anything on this and get it stuck, and then it won't make it down to the water, we have this like floating pillar. You know, there are compromises I could make. I could put one down here and one up there, but then that makes the allays kind of fly down, fly up, and then I think they may not sink to it. So, and then there's another complication with how you do these note blocks too. For it to make sound, you cannot have anything on top of it. So like you'll see here, there's nothing there. That's why I've kind of masked it with the Hershey chocolate bars here. The allay will fly to about this level, maybe as high as this level before they throw stuff. So it won't get thrown on top of here. I don't love it. I may even find a way around it and change it, but this is the simple way to do it. For now, I think what I want to do is go ahead and get this thing closed in, get it looking good. And then we're going to plant our bamboo, activate our timer down there, and then we're off to the races. We are going to have so much bamboo. Now, before we move on, did you know that I have merch? Meet the Hide and Seek Warden product line. My live streams sometimes ask me to draw things in MS Paint. You guys wanted to see these drawings become merch, so together with you, I made the Hide and Seek Warden. This design isn't about me, it's about you wanting to express how much that you like Minecraft. So be sure to visit my store on my channel page here on YouTube and browse through all the amazing products I have available, and keep a lookout because there are more coming. All right, there you guys have it. The farm is done. It is working. We did the lights a little bit closer together. You need a higher light level for the bamboo to grow. And light really goes down really quickly when you talk about diagonals. So we needed more. And that caused me to switch out to the moss floor with the moss carpets over top of the lights, because I just really did not want to see them. I don't have any yet. I want to put some yellow frog lights here. That'll look a lot better. And we even have this like floating monolith thing. I don't know. Me and chat came up with it during a stream when I was designing the room here. I didn't like the ugliness of what was there, so we changed it out. But maybe more importantly, let's go down here and take a look. Let's make sure everything is working as intended. This area is not decorated because again, it is temporary. But we got our timers properly running. Our crafter is properly crafting bamboo blocks. Everything should be going down and making its way into here. Changing those bamboo blocks into bamboo planks, and those bamboo planks are becoming chests. And then I'm gonna AFK this thing for quite a while so we can get some chests built up. This little chest of chests can fill up all the way. We can actually start getting some bamboo to have wood for other things that we may need it for in the near future. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed today's episode, the like button is down there. Please give it a click. It does help more people find the video. And to make sure you get more awesome videos like this, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And don't forget to check out that merch. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you all. You're amazing. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.